I'm just glad really to kind of be here today because I wasn't sure really how I was going to. The flu's been going around. It seems like, and everybody.
You're not sharing that, are you?
No, I'm not. I went to the doctor because I was starting to I thought, had a headache, and I said, well, I'm not feeling all that great, and he said, well, just, go to the pharmacy and get some aspirin. And I said, well, what do you recommend? And he said, well, 4 out of 5 doctors that stranded on a desert island would recommend Bayer aspirin.
All right.
So I said, okay, so that's what I did.
Nice segue.
So, that's what I did, is I got some Bayer aspirin. So I went out and got some Bayer aspirin, and so I was talking, so I wasn't sure, but he just said, take some Bayer aspirin. So I did. And I wasn't sure how many to take, and so I read the directions on the side. It said before bedtime, take 1 Bayer. So I did. I reached inside, and sure enough, got 1 Bayer. So that was kind of what I thought. Well, that works great. And so that night I took the Bayer aspirin and I chewed it up. And that night, the next day, whenever I woke up, I felt completely better. My headache was gone. I felt great. However, as the day kind of went on, then Luke, my headache started to come back. I was feeling worse and worse as the day went on. And so I remembered, that perhaps I can go back, to there again and get another one. So I did. I went back, and this time I got took another Bayer, and this was great. So before I went to bed, I decided, okay, I'm going to chew that one up, and thought I would feel much better like I did after I took the one before, and I didn't. Matter of fact, the next day, my headache was twice as bad as what it had been. It was just pounding and pounding. I just couldn't seem to get this over. So I went back to the doctor and I said, so what do you recommend again? I said, I tried the Bayer aspirin of what you had recommended. And he said, well, what kind did you take? And I said, well, the kind that was in the box, And he said, oh, no, you have to use the kind that's in the little tin. So I think I got, so I went back then to the doctor. Let me put this aside over there. And so I did. So that's whenever I got the right kind, which of course is called Mr. Good Bear. Good Bear.
You guys got to see.
That's right.
That's great.
So I decided, okay, well, that's fine. And there again, whenever I took this, I wasn't certain exactly what dosage to take because they had 3 different kinds of Bayer to take. They had, a large, medium, and a small, kind of dosages to take, and I wasn't certain what it was that I was supposed to be taking. So I thought, okay, well, this is great. What I can do is I will just try the Papa Bear, first of all. And I tried the Papa Bear, and he was just too hard. It's just I could not chew Papa Bear. It seemed like he was just, too much. And so that way then I said, okay, well, I'll take the Mama Bear. Well, she was just way too soft. She wasn't going to work then as all. So then I took the Baby Bear, and I thought, okay, maybe we could try this. And so I just kind of chewed it up. And you know what? The next morning, that worked perfect because my headache was gone. I had nothing what to do whatsoever. And that's why I'm here today, because I feel so much better. Just like that. The waitress came to the table, and as she was serving, and said, what do you guys have, to drink? I said, I'll take your drink orders then right now to begin with, and then we'll, I'll bring you some menus and whatever. So I'll take some tea, I'll take a beer, I'll take a whatever. So as we were waiting, they were out there, and so I said, well, I tell you what, while we got these out, I'm going to show you a trick. We got then 4 of these beer coasters, okay, that's going to place them in my pocket. Now, at the time, I was wearing just a short sleeve shirt with a pocket or something. Now watch, you guys know that I do magic. I'm going to do magic now by snapping my fingers. Watch, we had 4, and now, you're not going to believe this, I now have 1, I now have 2, 3. Yep, that's all. It's completely disappeared.
Sure.
Pretty cool. Now, wait a minute. It gets better than that. So if I put those back over here then again, snap my other finger, guess what's going to happen? Could it be possible that maybe 2, 3, and wait a minute, the 4th one has indeed come back.
That's incredible.
It is a kind of incredible. I don't know. I ask myself, I lay awake at night and I just ask myself, these kinds of questions like, where do people in hell tell each other to go? But here was something else. So, if you guys have seen that, so this is kind of cool too. If I snap my fingers, both of them at the same time, then something else weird happens. So this way that I'm going to be getting that 1, 2. And I'm going to get that 3rd one and the 4th one. But not only that, then I'm going to get this 5th one and a 6th one and a 7th one and an 8th one and a 9th one and so more. All these completely all over here.
That's fun.
One of these is a magic napkin. Not all of them, but only one of them happens to be a magic napkin. So to make sure we get the right one, go ahead and take any napkin you want. Just any one. Don't let me influence your decision. Just take one. Okay, satisfied? Okay, good. So you have a napkin. Now to make sure that it's a magic napkin, it'll have a plus or an X down the middle of it. Go ahead and unfold that all the way so that way you can see whether that has a plus or an X down the middle of it. All the way open.
Oh, all the way, okay.
Yep. Oh, there you go. See, yours happens to have the plus down. That will prove that it's a magic napkin.
All right, I guess.
Now, I know that it may sound kind of silly, but I'm going to prove this also. Just go ahead and tear that right down the pre-folded edges. Yep, we're going to make 4 quasi-equal pieces, not to be confused with quasi-moto pieces. Just kind of right down there as best you can. That's okay. Neatness doesn't count.
This way? It's okay?
Yep. But speed does, so just kind of, that's okay.
Oh, boy.
That's all right. So, as you'd be doing this, that there are other people, of course, who are seated around there as well. What I would do is I hand these then to the other people, and they're going to be, wadding these up into a ball, and just to save some time, I shall do that as well.
Got it.
Do the same thing with those, so that way that we then have.
Got it.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Cool.
So we got then 4 of these over here. We actually don't need but 3. So I'm going to put this one away. We don't need that. So the idea is that with that, we have all of you guys who've gotten involved with this then to begin with. So we have some people who are perfectionists. Some people don't seem to give a damn, but and you know who you are. So I'm going to place it back over there. Place this here as well. The third one then goes into my pocket like that.
Okay.
All I need to do is snap my finger and watch. Actually, it comes back 1, 2, and 3.
Nice.
I know, it's kind of amazing. We'll try that one more time. 1, 2, and the third one goes over inside my pocket. All I have to do again is snap my finger, and of course that makes that come back then as well.
Yeah.
Try that again one time more time. Take those 2, goes in my hand. This other third one goes over to my pocket like that. Remember what happened when you snapped my fingers?
Came back.
It did, but not this time. You see, would you care for a mint?
That's great.
It'll be a little after-dinner treat for you, so we'll kind of leave that over there for
All right.
right now. Okay.
Yummy.
And so I am prepared. I do have some cards. So do something then just with a deck of playing cards. And so you're going to get to assist me then at this point. Okay. So this has a great backstory, but you're going to enjoy the front of this to begin with.
All right.
So the idea is you're going to be able to select any one of these cards. That seem pretty fair?
Yep.
Then I'm going to just kind of go spread them out a little bit then like this.
Okay.
Just go ahead and just run your finger over it. Just tap any a card, whatever you want. That one right there?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Very good.
That's good.
So, I don't want to know what the card is. I want you to look at it. Remember what the card's going to be.
Okay.
So, you got the idea? You got the card?
Yep.
Okay. And in order to make sure that we get the right card in, that you will remember that card.
Yeah, trust me, I'm struggling because I don't remember cards very well.
Very good. That's why I'm going to have you put your signature on there.
Oh, good. Okay.
So, just go ahead and just...
right there?
Yep, just right there on the card. Mm-hmm.
On the back?
Yep, on the back of the card.
Okay.
Excellent.
Good.
Very good. Place that aside. So the idea is that you got then your card over here. So to make sure that we don't lose that, Luke, I'm going to use this little smiley thumbtack right there.
That's great.
Get a little smile on him. And taking your cards, this way it's going to be actually nailed to this mat. Going to place it then right here. So this way it goes right. Excellent. So you know where it is. So that's going to go right over there. And again, it's fair. You could have had any of the rest of the cards. It made no difference, whatever it's going to be. So the idea is that you have selected a playing card. And in my presentation, I typically go on, when I've done this for executives, typically that I'll have them select a card, leave it here, and then go on and do some other things and then come back to this then a little bit later. But in the context of the lecture, this would be almost, it could either be a running gag or it could be something in which that you just completely forget about, which is typically what I do, and I'll explain in a minute. Until the very end, thank you guys very much for coming. I appreciate you, watching the show and everything. And that then usually the person say, well, what about my card? And I'll say, oh, your card. Well, did you finish your dessert over here then yet? You haven't had the dessert. Okay, well, open it up and see what your, seal thing. Just go ahead and open it up, and let's see what your fortune is.
Try not to get too messy here.
Yeah.
There we go. None of these things could be a mess. There we go.
What is, read your fortune aloud so everybody can hear them too.
Let's see here. During Murphy's Magic Supplies at the table with Scott Wills, the host, Luke Dancy, will select the 9 of hearts.
A 9 of hearts. Is that pretty cool or what?
It's cool, but that is unfortunately not the card that I selected.
What?
That is not the card that I selected.
Well, now wait a minute. So far, that since I've been here, is that we've talked a lot about magic. I've shown you some things like with this teddy bear. I had some things then also with these mats and some ideas, using some things in your pocket and everything, And so everything that I have shown you has worked out perfectly. And you're saying that this hasn't worked out perfectly. So it's not, that wasn't the card that you had selected. Who are they going to believe? After all that I've already proven that I can do, that is more than just a little magic. It is really true miracles in some cases. But you're saying that who are you going to believe? You're going to believe me, or you're going to believe the guy that writes your paychecks? Because usually I have the CEO.
Got it.
So, but you had signed the card over there, so that is your signature, right?
Yep. That's me.
So again, who are they going to believe? Whether it's going to be you or me? So we'll see. So I'm going to take this off the mat, and the card is 9 of hearts.
What? That is not the card that I wrote my name on.
It's your signature.
That's cool.
That's right. And it's one that I'm going to have you to take. Hold on to this. Okay. So what he will do, I involve several people who would be around the bar. They're all holding a drink, so I just have, it's okay, you hand that person your drink because you're going to go through the trick. We have a card trick. You're going to open this up, and when I go like this, I want you just to open up, go to the next thing. Okay. And so as I do this, and so you're going to, flip this over, not yet until I give you the sign, and that someone else then that's in the group will then help me then too. Okay. So, so then someone else actually would be reading that, so this way I wouldn't have to be using my voice to yell. So someone says, pick a card, but they can read that also. So it says, pick a card.
Okay.
Go.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what we got now. Any card.
And this is part of it also, is it takes a little bit of time and they're drunk,
Yeah.
So it's okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. I get to look at the card. Guy right there. All right. Let's show my friends at home. Here we go. Hello, friends.
Yep, but.
Show it around. But, there's a but.
There's a but?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Don't let, okay. All right. He's not going to see it. I'll let you see it.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Dun, dun, dun.
All stuck. Okay.
Put it back in the deck. Okay, I'll do that. Oh. Anywhere. All right. Anywhere is there.
Okay.
Okay. Please wait while I mix. Oh, he's going to mix the cards. Okay. All right. Mix. Dun, dun, dun. You can whistle. All right.
So while you wait.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I hear you. That's all right. Dun, dun, dun.
Is this your card?
No. That's not my card. Nope.
No.
Nope. Please open your hand. Okay. My hand is open. Put your other hand. Okay, on top. You got it. There we go.
Okay.
That's funny. I got the easy job, George.
Yeah.
That your card will appear.
The card will appear. Oh, yes.
It's in frame.
Now lift up your hand off the card. And is that your card? Yes. Yes, it is. It has now changed. Wild applause.
Wild applause.
The
Yeah.
next one.
Scott, wow, Scott.
Thank you. That's good.
Okay.
That's cool.
There you go. Penny, nickel, dime, quarter. Use your imagination.
All right.
Got a penny, nickel, dime, and a quarter. Then over there, I want you to pick up 2 of them. What have you got there? You got the penny and the quarter? What have you got?
Penny and nickel, actually.
Penny and the nickel?
Yeah.
Okay, which one do you want to give me?
Penny.
I'll take so the penny.
Yep.
I thought you said the nickel and the quarter. What did you say? Sorry, the penny.
Penny and nickel.
Penny and the nickel.
Yeah.
So I've got the penny,
Yep.
and then you left the dime and the quarter.
Yes.
Meaning that you are left with the.
Nickel.
Okay, I'm going to place this back. You can keep that then for
Okay.
just a minute because
Okay.
you see I had this envelope over here, then too, because inside of the envelope, you're not going to believe what I've got over inside here. That would be.
That's the nickel.
That was the one nickel.
I was holding
That's right.
That's cool.
It's